Everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to banish poverty. We welcome people from every corner of the world, every country, colour, class, creed, gender, financial status, educational level, background, whatever. And we don't see those differences. We just see everybody as a human being, and we recognise that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and is therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. We are an emerging nation. We've been around for about 3 years, putting in some really solid foundations, and we're now in a position where we're starting to generate income into our treasury, and this will improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that will benefit all our citizens. There's absolutely no cost or obligation to become a citizen, and we will give you some of our currency every month. How much depends really on how active you are in performing simple tasks. Okay, with that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, and I'll be heading over there in a moment. But I am going to make sure my speakers are off so that we don't get any feedback. And I see we have Lewis in YouTube from Portugal. So I'm going to head over now to Facebook, because that's where we do get most of the comments, and we see the names of people in Facebook. And sometimes if things go wrong, it's usually within the link that we have with Facebook. So I'm getting to Facebook, and I'm going to be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group, and then I'll be looking for the 2nd of August. So far, no, 2nd of September, sorry. We're in September already. I was backtracking a month. 2nd of September. So far, so good. Get the comments panel up, and that will allow us to see anybody commenting in Facebook. Avazu have a webinar still running, I think, and Avazu, and a lot of our members are probably in that meeting, because they've got some quite exciting news in there. I'll cover a little bit on that in a moment. We're going to get started very soon, very shortly, with a short prayer, and that prayer is there to help you to find true happiness in life. It's what everybody seeks. Everybody just wants to be happy, and most people don't know how to be happy consistently, continuously, always happy. I'm talking about not just ups and downs. I'm talking about always happy, and it can't be bought. So people that have more money than they can ever spend, and they're still not happy. They're always searching for something. They want something more, more. I don't know what it is, but I need more of something. They need more happiness. And they can only get that through loving service to others. You can't buy it. So that's what our little prayer is about. The great thing about making loving service your goal is that the more service you offer to the more people, the more everything that you want and need in life just sort of magically starts flowing towards you. And it's a much less stressful way of having a life and being happy and getting everything that you want and need anyway than trying to chase money. I see we've got Rosina in from Edinburgh in Scotland. So we've got the capital of Scotland and we've got the capital of Portugal in with us at the moment. And as I say, I think quite a number of people will be on that Avazu live stream. They may come in later, or they may watch the replay. We have an awful lot of people that watch the replays, because there's no perfect time for everybody. In the time we're in now, it's early hours in the morning in some countries. It's too late at night. In others, it's whatever. Um, and even if it is a good time, there are always people that have something else to do at that time. So that's why we have the replays and they're all available. And you can go back for all the 3 years since we started, a little over 3 years, and see the daily replays that we've had, letting people know exactly what's going on. We are 100% transparent always. So we're going to get started now with that short prayer, and then we're going to follow that with a little affirmation to help us maintain that non-separatist ideology, where we just see everybody as human beings, part of our community of humanity, all interlinked, all related to one another through humanity. So let's start right now with that short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member may find the joy of service. Through service, bless each member that they may attract true happiness and everything they want and need in their life. Amen. And the little affirmation we have about that non-separatist ideology goes like this. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, we have on YouTube also Shanawaz Otho in from somewhere or other, saying hi to everybody. So lovely to have people from all over the world in our community. We are the United States of the world. Lovely to have and be able to help people find that path to happiness. Okay, with it being a weekend, the developers aren't working, so there's not much activity there, although we have one developer that's working. He is working on the link for your wallet on the Binance Smart Chain. And the wallet that you have is your choice. MetaMask is one of the common. Trust Wallet is another one that is very common. And these are both what they call DeFi wallets. And they're not centralized wallets. And so there is little or no control over those wallets, if you like. Um, and these are wallets that carry and link into the Binance Smart Chain, and that is where our currency is based, on the Binance Smart Chain. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester and Richard in from Devon. He says he's only half here at the moment. That probably means that Havasu is still broadcasting, um, or maybe he's watching a football match or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so um, that should be completed by Monday. Fingers crossed. And when that is completed, then you will be able to withdraw from your available cash wallet into the Binance Smart Chain, make exchanges there, sell your tokens for whatever other currency you choose. But we will have the option also of an internal conversion into Tether USDT, and that will have a guaranteed rate for you and will have no fees. So I think it was an option that most people will want to take. We will buy the tokens from people at the rate that is stated in your uh, what's it called, dashboard. Can't think of the word. The allocation value for the tokens. I think it's a little over $300 per token. And we will be selling tokens also through the exchange at around about 1% higher than the buy rate. So people can come in and buy the token. Um, let's suppose they are exactly $300. I know they're not. It might be a bit less. It might be a bit more. I can't remember. But if they were exactly $300, when you sell your tokens to us, we will give you $300 for them. And when we sell them to other people that are coming in, we will want $303. That's a normal situation in an exchange. And this will still be highly beneficial because when people join our program, our community, and they want to, for instance, get involved in the sharehold program, they get a 20% discount on the fee by using our tokens. So although they're paying just a small percentage over the um, selling price, they're getting a much bigger discount when they use them within our community. So that hopefully will all be in place by Monday. If it's not all in place, we'll let you know where we're up to. Um, but that's what we're working on. I know that the automated withdrawals have gone into your available cash wallet, but there's nothing, you can't withdraw them from there at the moment because we don't have that link where you can link your wallet in. You can, of course, use the funds in your available cash wallet to buy ad packs in the Poverty Crusher plan or um, buy positions, subscriptions in the Easy Business Builder plan, or to uh, get involved in the stable staking or secondary staking plan. But withdrawals to the blockchain at the moment, um, until we get that link available for you, uh, they're not possible. It may be completed tomorrow, but it's likely to be Monday. Okay, we've also got Andrew in from New Zealand, where it's Sunday morning. So happy Sunday to you, Andrew. I got sucked in a bit to Avazu today. I didn't want to, um, but Dave, through the week, asked me if I could come up with something that would motivate and help people to continue to sell tickets once they are into the pool where you can share. And there's going to be 50 million shared out amongst people that sell tickets. But you've got to qualify to get into the pool. And once we get it all sorted out, he set the qualification at first. He was having no qualification level, and now he set it at 100. And I think 100 is too high, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get that brought down. I think around about 35 is probably the right level for qualification for the pool. 100, I think, is very achievable for people that are now have a ticket and can go out and sell tickets, because you've got 60 days and everybody you sell a ticket to can also sell tickets, and whatever they sell gains you points, and then that goes down through a couple of hours. So for people that are in now to get 100 points, it should be pretty simple, really, for anybody that is half serious about getting into the pool and sharing in that $50 million. But for people that are getting in 3 or 4 weeks' time, it's going to be more difficult because they don't have that same time to build a team and get those points accumulated. So they're going to be more reluctant to buy tickets because of that as well. So it's going to slow your ticket sales down. And when it gets to like 6 weeks in, it's going to be even more exaggerated because there's only 8 weeks that you've got to qualify, a little over 8 weeks, 60 days. So I think it's got to be something that people can say, okay, I can realistically do this just all on my own if need be. And to get 35 points, I think most people that are serious can do that. It's still an advantage to get involved now because you've got more time to get more points, and the more points you have, the bigger the share you will have of that $50 million. But if it's 100 points, I think the people that are in now can do that pretty easily, but it's going to be harder and harder and harder for people down the line. So I will be talking to him to see if we can get him to reduce that level. And then Paul, who is one of his trusted, whether he's an employee, a partner, or what you would call Paul, but he is involved in marketing of the Amazon tickets. And I have been talking about ways that we can satisfy the demands of the regulators for Avazoom, motivate people to continue selling tickets, and in fact, people that say, "Okay, I've done my bit. I'm not going to do anything." And so that all has to take part because the regulators are stipulating that it shouldn't be something that's just a handout for people that make it into the pool. And Paul and I have come up with a way that this can be done. We've got to get that past Dave because Dave has got to present it to the regulators, and we'll see how that goes. But it's a wonderful opportunity for you. If you've not got a ticket, get one now because you can then start selling them with your referral link. You get a referral link as soon as you bought your ticket. You can start selling tickets, get qualified to get into that pool. I think at the end of the day, a point is probably going to be worth $50 to $100. So if you've got 100 points, which most people will be able to get, certainly starting now and more, that's $5,000 to $10,000 as a sort of minimum level that you can expect to get out of that pool. For really not an awful lot of work. So get your ticket as soon as you can, and then start selling them, and then start helping the people that you've sold the tickets to go out and sell tickets because they can get in the pool as well. And the quicker that you get those, the better chance you've got of getting in the pool, and the better chance you've got of building up your point level to a big level, so that you get a big share of that pool. Who else have we got in here? We've got Michael in. Michael's in from Bahamas, I think, aren't you? Yeah, Bahamas. So is Infinity still a good option to get a car from the Bahamas? Beyond Infinity? Yeah, I think so. Of course, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, isn't it? And with it being a 12-month wait to have your car delivered, you don't have to sell anything, you don't have to refer anybody, you don't have to do anything. You pay 250 or more, It's in $250 bands, so it's like 250 or 500 or 750 or 1,000. You can put in as much as you choose, but $250 for every $250, you get a $25,000 car. So if you put in $50, you get sorry, $500, you get a $50,000 car, and so on. So it depends on what kind of car you want. It can be a motorhome if you want. You know, that would probably mean that you would want pushing $100,000. They can be expensive, maybe even more, but it's 1/100th of the price. The downside is you have to wait 12 months, but it's worth waiting 12 months. Is there any risk involved in it? Yeah, of course there is. But I think the risk is minimal. I know the people behind the plan, not intimately, but I have had connections with them, spoken with them, and they seem to be honest and upright and wanting to help people. And I believe in them. Let's put it that way. But that's just me. You've got to do your own due diligence. But I think it's a real good plan. And of course, it also helps you build residual income because they also have a totally passive um, income plan. And if you, for every $250 you put into the car plan, 200 goes into this passive income plan as well, which can generate you anything from 3 to 5% per week on the value of that deposit. So it's a real good plan. Um, Once we get to, I think next March, I think we've got a car coming in March. When I say we, I mean we share abundance. We have two accounts. I don't have any personal accounts in Beyond Infinity, but with we share abundance has two accounts in Beyond Infinity, and I think the first car is due to be delivered in April of next year. So it's getting closer now. You know, we're in September already. We're looking at, you know, by the end of this month, which will come like that, we're only looking at 6 months to get a delivery. And once that happens, and people see that it's real and people are getting their cars, a brand new car that they've only paid 100th of the price for, more people are going to want to get involved. At the moment, yeah, it's speculative. Um, but I think it's a good bet. Let's put it that way. But it's my personal opinion. You've always got to do your own due diligence. I hope that helps you, Michael. Maybe it doesn't. You know, maybe people always want me to say, "Yeah, this is perfect," you and I'll guarantee it for you. Well, I've done that in the past, unfortunately, and caught a cold. I got involved in one program, going back about 5 or 6 years now, maybe more, and I said, you know, this is really sound, and I'll guarantee your money for you, whatever you put in. I'll make sure you know I'll repay you. Well, it turned out to be a scam. I personally lost over $200,000 in it, and there was another like couple of 100,000 that I'd guaranteed, and it took me about 5 or 6 years to pay off that. So I learned from that. I don't want to guarantee. You've got to do your own due diligence. Um, there is a risk in everything that you do in life. You've got to weigh it up and say, is it worth it? Is it something that I feel is worth the risk? Okay. Um, Back to We Share Abundance. We did, as I say, get all the automated withdrawals processed today. They are in your available cash wallet, but you can't move them from until we get a link available for you to get your wallet set up. So it'll be hopefully no later than Monday of next week, but I can't promise Monday. It may be Tuesday, may even be Wednesday, you never know with software, but I think we're on a pretty good bet for Monday. Okay. Um, what else? I was hoping to get something more done on the Havasu, not with Havasu, because I got called in, well, invited to participate in a meeting they had this afternoon to try and explain a plan that I'd outlined for them. And nearly everybody grasps it easily. But unfortunately, Dave hasn't got to grips with it. I think because he's still focused on what he envisaged in the first place, and he's he's got a bit tunnel vision, which has got him amazing success in life. Self-made multimillionaire in many different businesses that he's founded and made good with. So a wonderfully talented, driven gentleman, and with a heart of pure gold. But once he's got his focus, it's very hard to get him to take that blinker off and look over here and get outside of his box. And that's where we are at the moment. Um, so that took a bit of time. But what I do want to do, I do want to do a little video showing why people should buy a ticket and how easy, um, and then how they can play in the games and how they can get into the $50 million pool. And it could potentially pay more than that than I've quoted already per point. Um, so we'll have to wait and see, but we'll hopefully get something sorted out over the next week with that, and I'll give you whatever information I have on it. But I do want to put something together that'll help you guys. I it was mentioned on the uh, broadcast today that I'd sold a ticket. I didn't know I'd sold a ticket. I don't know how you find out whether you've sold a ticket or not, but I was told that I had sold a ticket, and um, all I've done is promoted those um, splash pages that I sent out in the mail to you today. They will help you get referrals into We Share Abundance, and they will also help you make ticket sales. Everybody that joined We Share Abundance from those splash pages buy a ticket. No, I've had probably 5 or 6 people um, joined We Share Abundance today alone, just from those splash pages. But I think there's only one ticket sale in there. As I say, I don't know. I didn't even know that I'd sold one ticket. But it works if you work. Those splash pages are on traffic exchanges, and that's where they're coming from. So you go to a traffic exchange and you put it on, and you do your viewing to get your credits so that other people see your page and work for you. It will work for you. Be persistent and do it in addition to anything else that you're doing. Um, posting your banners. Dave said the results from posting banners are good if you put in some text with the banners that you're posting every day to get your free entries. I don't know. I don't think I've had any sales from banners, but then again, I've not put any comments in either. But it's not difficult to do, really. It's only a copy and pasting. You set it up in. I know I found it. I can't remember what it's called on I. Oh, it's Notepad. It's Notepad on the iPhone. You can write a little bit of text, um, and then you can. Every time you post in your banners, you can just copy that and post it in while the banner's loading. Click, and then you're done. So I will probably do something different in the very near future, and that helps. Beyond infinity, of course, pay tomorrow. Your weekly income is generated and put into your wallet if it's over your compounding cap. It's a bit of a complicated system to explain um, without a board and everything else. But tomorrow you can log into your account and check how much extra you've got in your BIG account because it'll go up every week. Uh, it will take a while before you're making thousands of dollars a week. I think your first payment is if you do nothing, no referral, you don't get involved in the car plan or anything. I think your first payment is 5 and 13 weeks. So it's 5 years, but it's a $50 one-time payment. And if you join with Emily, one of our, I told you we've got two, we share a bunch of two accounts, we'll get $35 of that back. So it's only going to cost you $15. So you can put your $15 in, set your alarm clock for 5 years and 13 weeks, and then you start drawing your money out. It starts off fairly slow, 50 odd dollars or something, the first withdrawal you builds every week. Every week you get a pay rise, and by the time you've got to well into your sixth year, that's when you're into the thousands of dollars a month, um, which is pretty good for a one-time $15, you've got to admit. You can speed that up by getting in the car plan or by making referrals, and it's not difficult to make referrals if you choose to do it. Okay, so Beyond Infinity is a good plan. Vortic, it's going to be another couple of weeks, 2 to 4 weeks before they have their withdrawals certified by the auditors that they brought in for the security and safety of the website, which is always a problem once you start automating withdrawals. That's why we're still paying manually. Um, but we do want to get into automation. But you do need to make sure it's secure because somebody hacks in, they empty an account, boom, and and so you do have to be careful. That happened to uh, AAS, Greek arbitrage systems. Not exactly hacked in, it was an employee that they had that they trusted with some uh, data to log in with, and they stole millions of dollars. And I think they're still trying to get that money back. The guy's been arrested, but I don't think they've got the cash back yet. Um, so it is a problem. And Vortic, the auditors said it'll be 2 to 4 weeks before they've completed everything. Then the withdrawals from Vortic will be automated. And I believe they're going to have them available at any time. You don't have to just do it on a weekend. It can be any day of the week. It'll be pretty much instant. Um, once that is available, and they're making that available, or it should be available before the 1st of October. And on the 1st of October, they're going to be allowing payments from bank accounts, debit and credit cards. You'll be able to buy positions with that, and that is going to explode the plan. Um, they're also going to have the reverse of that, where your withdrawals can be straight out to your bank account. I'm not sure whether that will be implemented at the same time, but it's all in the works for Vortic. And Vortic's very good, but at the moment, if you've got funds stuck in your balance there, you might as well get working for you until they've got those withdrawals sorted out. So get them back in. They can be earning you anything from what's the minimum, 4% up to 7% per week. So get them restaked or redeposited or bought, repurchased. I think they call it a repurchase. allowed to say it's an investment. Okay, so but get in there and get them working for you because you can't do anything else with them at the moment. Get them stuck back in, and you'll have more and more money. Your compounding will be growing much faster. Numbers. I've got some numbers for you. In the last 24 hours, we had a net decrease of 4 in registered members to 40,473. It's a net decrease because we removed people that haven't logged in for a couple of months. We get new registrations, and it just means we've taken out 4 more people than we had new registrations. Active member count is up by 19. That is usually from people that are new registrations that have completed their KYC. It takes people a while to get the KYC done and various other things, but that's up by 19 in the last 24 hours to 4,109. Multiply Visa, just from logging in, we got our revenue share and it bumped us up to $10,218 in the bonus pool. We had 3 email verified members. Nobody knew what advertising. Those are the numbers. ROI tips campaign is set to roll. We have agreed the daily spend for the program. And so that'll be rolled out on Facebook, and we should start seeing. Well, it's going to take a couple of weeks before we actually see sales because we have to build up our database and then contact everybody and get it all working through the funnels and things that have been built. But within a couple of weeks, we should start to see the sales from that coming in. Of course, that will primarily benefit the 10K Cash Cow members, but it will also put funds into our treasury, enable us to help pay off some of our debts to our members, people that loaned us money, and nest eggs and things like this as we progress through that. That we need to make sure is running smoothly and consistently and continuously. Unfortunately, no advertising campaign runs forever. They do hit a point where you get diminishing returns. It'll start off slow and it'll grow and grow, and then it'll hit the peak and then it'll start falling off. If campaigns ran forever, you would never see any different adverts on your television. I remember the Guinness advert many years ago. I don't know whether I suppose they still advertise on TV, but it was a brilliant advertising campaign, I thought, and it was 1,000 times 1,000, man alive, 1,000 times 1,000, times 5 million glasses of Guinness sold every day. And I'm sure that isn't running now, even though I thought it was brilliant, because they lose their impact. You've got to find something new. You've got to find something new. So we'll milk it for all we can, for as much as we can, for as long as we can. Sometimes they reach that point of no return or of diminishing returns within a few months. Sometimes it's a few years, but they all need to be revamped, rechanged, campaigns started at some stage. It's an ongoing process, so we'll get everything out of it that we can initially, and then we'll be looking at moving and getting more effective, newer things. We'll be looking as we're going along. It's constantly comparing and trying to see if we can do something else that makes things a little bit better. But once we've got that running and running consistently month after month, and we've got the Binance Smart Chain functions all operating and automatic, then will be focused on the Fund Miracle site, which will also put an awful lot of money into the treasury, not straight away, planning for the future always. We are a nation. We've got to plan for generations, not just for how much we make tomorrow. We're not here today, gone tomorrow. We are planning and building for the future. We're planning to build ever increasing income and benefits for our citizens for generations to come. Okay, so that's where we are pretty much. Let me check in the app, and we've got Crypto J in saying, "What's up?" Okay, hello to you too. Um, and we got Promenio in from Twitch. He says, "Please say my name is John." So hello, John. Lovely to meet you. Please share name of token you launch on Binance. Um, this is from somebody on YouTube, and the name of the token is Share Hope token, but you won't be able to find it um, because you don't know the contract code. That will be released as soon as we've got the link to the wallet hooked up. Uh, I'm from Pakistan. I haven't paid 10 withdraw. I am member since 2021, active member. For some reason, I missed some months. I am active from July, but I haven't got withdrawal. Why? Withdrawals, you've got to have 12 consecutive months as an active elite member from the beginning of August, effectively. It's actually from the 24th of July, but effectively from August. So your withdrawals, if you've not upgraded, uh, got onto the fast track with $100, or referred somebody that's got onto the fast track with $100, your withdrawals will start, provided you maintain that active elite status for 12 consecutive months. They will start in September 2024. Okay, everybody else. Um, nope, that looks like all the questions in there. Um, and that, I think, covers it. We've been going 3/4 of an hour. I didn't think we'd been going that long, but there we are. Time flies when you're enjoying it, doesn't it? So I'll be back here, same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share it publicly. Until then, get out there, be with the warriors, promote those sales pages um, for the Amazoo game. They will build your network in We Share Abundance, and they will sell you tickets. I can't guarantee how many tickets, I can't guarantee what your ratio will be. But if you do it persistently, patiently, consistently, then you will start to see results. Okay? So, with that said, as I say, I'll be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Until then, get out there, go the extra mile. I'll see you later, alligator. Hey, wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator.